right. Well, when you think of the top reasons couples get divorced, you may assume it's infidelity, money issues, or family conflicts. But most of the time, it also boils down to lack of communication.
Yeah, a recent study found that nearly 68% of all marriages fail because of a breakdown in communications, and this issue can most likely be fixed before it's too late. Dr. Heather Browne is a psychotherapist and the author of Speaking with the Heart. She joins us now here in the studio with advice to fix those communications issues. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's an honor.
First, what leads to a lack of communications in relationships, would you say?
People not opening up, people not taking the time, people not asking questions that are really important to ask. So most of us really don't take time to find out, how am I doing with you? Are there things you're not understanding? Do you want more from me? We just don't ask those questions, and so we don't really know. We say, do you get it? And the person says, yeah. But you have no idea if they do or not. We all have different thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and so we don't really know where the other person lines up with that. So you got to open up that can.
But I think a lot of that is due to people not wanting to hurt the other partner.
Could be, but if you decide I'm going to not, you might not agree with me. It's my viewpoint. You might have a different one. I don't want to hurt you, but I need to own mine. I see this differently than you do, but that doesn't mean I want to hurt you. I do want to try to align where I can with you, but it might be a little bit different than some of the ways. I tell people, start with compassion. I care about you. Our relationship's important. This is a hot topic that's going to be tough. So if you start to wrestle with me, let me know, because I don't want that to happen, and we'll go through this slowly.
Okay.
Because that's getting through is most important. Most of us don't have that kind of communication.
So let's talk a little bit more about communication, because what if you're trying to verbalize something to a person who's not very good at doing it the same thing? Like, I'm a communicator, but not everyone can express themselves, and what they're feeling. So how do you get over that so you have that relationship?
That's a great question. Ask them if there's a different way for them to do it. Some people can do it more with, it sounds odd, but sound, or with color, or they can write it, or they can play it in music, they can draw it. So find out what is their mode of conversation. It might be more visual, it might be more kinetic, it might be more auditory. So there's the places of finding out, like, how do you express your feelings and your thoughts? Or what could you tell me that you're aware of? Or what do you know is not true? You can start from the flip. Okay, so you don't quite know how you feel, but what do you not feel? Well, I don't feel mad. Okay. Well, I don't really feel sad. Okay. And you keep getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Plus, if you share with them, I'm asking because I'd like to know how to engage with you better. There's not a right or wrong answer, but I just want to know how to, feel closer to you. Then it takes it a little bit off.
Do you get a sense that infidelity can be avoided through communications?
I'd love to say yes, but I have to put a little caveat. Infidelity is avoided through choices and actions.
Say that again, doctor.
Infidelity is avoided through choices and actions.
Preach.
Yeah. And if you have really good communication, you will never have infidelity, because you're going to say, hey, I hate to tell you this, but I'm out. And then it's not infidelity, it's you're stepping out of the relationship. Or we've got to get this fixed.
We got to have you on again, but before we let you go, give us a brief of your book, Speaking with the Heart.
Thank you. So I've been a therapist for 27 years, specializing with couples, and there's so many things that are really easy to do to help your relationship. One is, before the end of the night, say, did I miss you anywhere? Is there someplace I didn't come through for you? Clean it up, and then say, where did you feel the most loved? Where did you feel the most seen?
Okay.
And then say, would you like a little bit more? And then offer more. And then every single day, you're working on your relationship, and you're trying to love your partner in the way they want. So I wrote this because there's a lot of tools and tips to give people, and I wanted them to have some of the things that I've learned.
Well, appreciate it. We're going to dig into it. Thank you, Dr. Browne.
Thank you for having me.
For joining us. For more relationship advice or to purchase a book, Speaking with the Heart, check out the Instagram page. You see the information right there on your screen.